Yeah, looks like they back for a fifth season, man.
Who that?
Sports Roundtable.
Who?
SRT crew.
Whoa.
SRT, they got that realness flowing in they DNA. Damn you lame if you ain't tuned to SRT today. HO got that payload when he say so, what you betting on? Don't get mad at me on fantasy, break up Kyrie LeBron. I be smooth as sports superhero Hancock in the mix. Deal with roll tide forever, real talk, you know who he gon' pick. See where I be with SRT, behind the glass, that G-Money. Mayweather strong, I never lose, 6-man elite, that's J Smooth.
All you other sports radio shows is fake news. Believe that. Turn up your radios, cause it's time for SRT Radio. Yeah.
What up? What up? It's Sports Roundtable, and we're live from our virtual studios overlooking the digital world, and we're back again. Happy Hump Day. Happy SRT Wednesday. I am your humble host, HO from Bankhead. And of course, I hope you're having a great week. And I got my usual suspects on here. Starting to my right at the top. He is one of the guys that you can catch on Saturday morning from 10:30 to whenever they stop. Mississippi born. He loves Chris Jackson and he loves Jerry Rice even more. And he says that Kareem don't get enough credit for his basketball accolades.
You don't.
Mississippi Valley State's own Coach is in the building. What up, Coach?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He doesn't get enough credit. I mean, because Kareem was so angry, they didn't want to help him out. But that's all right. It's all Michael Jordan shoes that didn't mean nothing. Boo, Kareem's GOAT. Nobody from Albany GOAT.
There you go. All right, down at the bottom, catch him on Mondays, 7 to 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch him talking about NHL hockey and NASCAR. The best, the most famous last name in the world, Mr. Asa Brown is in the building. What's up, bro?
What's going on, gentlemen? How's it going, Coach? How's it going, HO?
Hey, HO, I'm going to have to change the DNA. Yeah, I'm going to have to change the DNA.
To?
Do not approach.
If America, y'all notice when Coach get real talkative, that's because one of his teams lost over the weekend.
God. Okay. Gonna be real quiet.
When they win, he ain't really got much to say. But when they lose,
yeah,
it's early.
And I'm gonna say this before we get started. I went to Hancock's house to watch the Georgia-Alabama game, and me and Hancock played each other in fantasy football this week as well. So I reached out to him. I said, "Hey, you gonna be able to? You working late tonight, or what's going on?" Didn't get a text back. Going into Sunday night, Hancock had me by 85 points in fantasy. By the time Monday came, I had won by 11 points.
Ooh.
See you next weekend, Hancock.
Who you have? Who was the mover on your team?
I had I'm gonna have to look and see, but I had two guys playing on Monday night.
Okay.
Monday night game.
You had
Love.
Mike.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had
Love was Sunday. Love was Sunday nights.
Oh yeah, well that's why I had Love Sunday night and I had somebody else Monday night.
Okay.
Was that Cortland Sutton or somebody?
So I was in there. Cause I was like, man, who do I got coming up? I need some punks. And I had my man, that Marks dude from Houston. He was sitting on the bench, and he had one of the greatest weeks of all time.
That's how it usually works, though. You usually get caught with somebody on the bench that you shouldn't have. You know what I mean?
He's in that this week. He's in there this week for sure.
I
Yeah,
don't know
man.
what
So
fantasy is over for me. Mike
Yeah.
Evans hurt.
yeah, I had Mike Evans too. I had to replace him with the guy from Green Bay, the Dobbs guy, the one
With
that
the,
caught
with the,
all the touchdowns.
not
Yeah,
the one with the waterhead helmet.
yeah. He the one that wearing the halo hat all season.
Yeah, yeah. So I grabbed him, picked him up, and he did his thing. So he helped me out as well too. So yeah, I'm 4-0 in that league. So we're gonna keep this thing going, gentlemen. So how y'all doing in fantasy? Coach said it's over for him, but Asa, what about you?
I'm 500. I'm 500. I'm 500. I got back to 500. I should be 3-1 or whatever, but I got caught with somebody slipping. Not on. But I'm back to 500. So it's a new season starting next week
Okay.
for me.
Good. All right, Coach. You lost Joe Burrow. Who's your quarterback now?
I had Matthew Stafford on the side. So, but who he gonna throw to? I lost Tyreek Hill, Malik Neighbors, Mike Evans, CD Lamb. I'm like, I don't have any wideouts in these teams. I'm like, golly.
Yeah.
Yeah, all your receivers out. Woo, that's tough.
I had to go get Scotty Miller or somebody. Just throw somebody in there.
Yeah. It looked like Puka Nacua on his way to being having one of the greatest seasons ever.
So the Rams always seem to be pushing out a triple crown threat at wide receiver. A couple years ago, it was
Cooper Kupp.
Cooper Kupp. Yeah, he in Seattle now. Now it's Puka Nacua.
Yeah, we got a lot to talk about. We got some hot news coming up, and we'll go edit some hot news, man. We got to talk about Coach's favorite player and what she had to say about the WNBA league.
Yeah, she may. Yeah, the commissioner made my baby mad.
So we'll talk
she got
about
to
that.
have it.
Yeah. SEC new common schedule. Did we talk about that last week? Or we didn't? I'm not sure, but Georgia, Alabama, tough love. Sent D. Will a message, say, "Come on over and pump your chest and thump your chest," and he didn't respond either. So I guess he's feeling pretty well that Alabama pulled it off. I guess Georgia just no matter who the coach is at Alabama, they just fold when it comes to playing them. I guess I'm not sure what the issue is, what the problem is, but
just bad coaching. I just don't understand this bad coaching.
Bonehead decision.
Yeah, several of them. I mean, you could deal with.
Yep, so we'll get to that. And,
yeah, we'll get to it. Yeah.
All right. So before we get started, Asa, I saw on headline news some guy from the Devils in the hockey land just signed an 8-year deal, 7-year deal for like $63 million.
Yeah, I haven't done all my homework on that one yet, but yeah, NHL about to start printing money like baseball.
Is that right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
Shout
that
out
dude.
to the NHL.
That dude in the NHL got, big time contract. I hadn't heard of him before, but goodness gracious.
I will say this: in the next 2
that's
years,
why I brought it up to Asa. I'm like, I don't even know who he is.
In the next 2 years, NHL might have more of a strong foot than the NBA. It's gonna go football, hockey, then NBA. I mean, football, hockey, baseball. Well,
that's saying something right there.
Yeah.
Strong statement, my man.
Well, you'll see all the headaches this year. This
All right, well,
this
let's
year
go
in
ahead.
the NBA, you understand.
Yeah, I agree. All right, let's jump into it. It's now time to jump into some hot news. And the hot news sponsored by our good old friend Big Easy Grill, 1193 Collier Road, Atlanta, Georgia. Big Easy Grill, the #1 and the best Louisiana seafood in town. You can just ask me, Coach, or Asa who has the best seafood in town. It is the best kept secret, Atlanta's best kept secret. The shrimp, catfish nuggets, red beans and rice, and now the gumbo. The gumbo has now gone on the list as one of the ones to try. Crab claws as well. So make sure you mention SRT Sports Roundtable when you go over. Get you 10% off any meals, $25 or more. Yes, sir. Big Easy Grill. All right, fellas. Let's going to get to it. College football, good, bad, or ugly. What you like, what you didn't like, what surprised you this past week? Coach, I got you first. What you got?
Well, you know what the ugly is. You know the ugly. And I saw it coming when USC scored. I knew they didn't want to score so fast, but they did. And I said, okay, that little 1-point lead. Watch Illinois drive down and get a field goal. And they got aided with a defensive pass interference call. And that quarterback of Illinois was moving it down the field. And I didn't even watch the end of the game because I said, okay, he finna kick that field goal. It's over. They 4-1, still riding. The good thing about it, they get to take off this week, and then they got to turn around and play Michigan, who I think is overrated, but we're gonna see. Alabama looked Georgia right in the mouth on their home field and punched them. And people, I mean, I wasn't too surprised. I was surprised, but I wasn't too surprised because outside of everybody, Alabama owned Georgia pretty much 9-1 or 10-1 against them in the last 11 games. So they own Georgia. Even the new coach seemed to own them, DeBoer. So it's kind of tough. And coming up, all these games now, all the Austin Peas and Jonesboro Techs and all those teams are gone now. It's time for real football. So all these teams
time for real
get
football.
Like we're gonna find out who the biggest fraud in Florida that's in the top between Miami and Florida State. That's gonna be a good ball game. They don't count Florida anymore because Florida they on the way out. And it is quiet as kept. Unfortunately for Dion, he might be struggling with a winning season this year. I don't know if he's gonna put Juju in from what's name in there from Carroll County or Carrollton. They're gonna put him in there. Even though the quarterback he got not doing a bad job, but they can't stop anybody.
Yeah, their defense let them down, and that was. I'm assuming that's your ugly. The Colorado loss.
Yeah, that was ugly. They had that game won. That game was a winnable game. I
went to bed. They was up 2 touchdowns. I was asleep. Woke up the next morning, and I looked and seen that they had lost 24-21. I was like, "What happened?"
Yes, sir. Defense.
You let a guy that wear number 47 at quarterback beat you. Come on, bro.
47.
He was number 47 to play quarterback. You let him beat you. I'm like, come on, man. Well, that's a preview of the Baller Busters and Boy Stop. All right, Asa, what you got?
My good is I'm gonna be off the beaten track a little bit. I got 2 goods. My good is Notre Dame putting hands on Arkansas and going let you. And so listen, this for you too, Coach. if Notre Dame can run this table, they're gonna be in the playoffs again. But we'll see. We'll see how that works out between Notre Dame and USC. And then my other good was seeing South Carolina get back on track and beating Kentucky. My bad is a shot at Clemson. Yeah. You lose to Syracuse and then Duke, which you should be happy, HO, if you follow the football team. They go and beat the brakes off Syracuse over the weekend. So that loss by Clemson to Syracuse looks even worse now. And then my ugly is everybody is Georgia getting punked in their own house. So and with a chance to and they had a chance to win the game. I just don't understand some of the thought process and what they were trying to do. But credit to Alabama.
Hancock watching the game, and I'm like, bro, what are they doing? What's going on with these coaching decisions? And I'm like, okay. So you had number 33. 33
6 yards a pop.
I think they found
six.
Yeah, he running 6 yards a pop, and you get
6-7 yards a pop, and you
give it to this kid, and I'm like,
the
true decision was if Gunnar Stockton keeps the ball, he probably runs in for a touchdown because it was the option read.
So that tells you the mindset, though.
If he pulls it out of his belly.
Yeah, he get the first down for sure, right?
Pulls it out, he gets the first down for sure, and he possibly could have scored because the defensive end from that side is the one
had
who
crashed down.
All the way
run it down. So listen, that tells you the mindset, right? For me, it tells me the mindset of Georgia compared to Alabama, and so Alabama fans should be happy.
No problem, he scores. Exactly. If he pulls it, he scores.
Yeah. This tells you, to me, this just tells you the mindset from one team to another. So you already heard me say this before, HO and Coach. Football is a very simple sport, and it is a sport of who has the stronger will. 4th and 1, third and 1, 4th and 1, 4th and inches. Can you line up mano and mano and impose your will? When you start doing that, hurry up and trying to catch them off guard and all that kind of stuff, to me, Alabama's already won. Mentally, they've already won. So that's what happened. That what happens. To me, that's a soft play. If your other running backs, when you've been lining up and getting 6 yards a pop, why wouldn't you do that for 1 yard? Why do you go into this hurry up and try to catch them off guard? It is what it is. Alabama fans should be happy. Maybe they've gotten their team back and the boys figured it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you better try to dance off the ledge.
Yeah, Tyler Simpson looked definitely better than Gunnar Stockton in this game. They couldn't get Georgia couldn't get him off the field on third downs, and that was definitely a key for that.
Yeah, when you 70, 80+% on third downs as far as the offense go.
Yeah.
They out there. So
all right, Dez, I was trying to wait till you. I was trying to do this before you got on, but you done got on. So I'm gonna have to play this, and this is Coach 30 talking about Georgia. Did you see it already?
Yeah, I see that.
Right, the players didn't play to the best of their ability. All right, and the mascot didn't mascot to the best of his ability. Right? So everybody has to look in the mirror. All right, it's a 0-0 ball game. 3rd and goal. All right. We get motion like the neighborhood drug dealer. All right, and everybody watch Davis at corner. Oh my God, it's Alabama versus Georgia. Basically like Goku versus Vegeta. We already know who's gonna win. All right, I'm pissing down my leg. I back up and give him space like he's going through something. All right, he shakes me like some Bisquick pancake mix. All right, catches it like I catch my girl cheating. Touchdown. All right, 14-7 ball game, guys. All right, we on our 9-yard line. All right, hand it off to Peters. All right, and the safety just meets you in the hole like a Viet Cong, lines you up like an Aztec sacrifice. All right, and sweeps you off your feet like you in love. All right, now the ball's you ain't got no draws on. Turnover. Guys, who's gonna step up and make a play? Right? Third quarter. We're down 3. All right, Charles, we call your number. Right? You butt naked, like you at a Japanese bathhouse. Right? And you just drop it like a location. All right, so you shouldn't even have been in the game. Now I know how Shannon Sharp felt. Should have never trusted your young ass. All right, it's 4th and 1 from the 8. Right? And I should have just kicked this. Hey, quarterback Connor, where your long head ass at?
Here, coach.
All right, hey, son, it's read option. Right? The end crashes like a drunk driver. All right, if you keep this, we might score. All right, and we got a 240-pound running back. Number 33 been toting the whole game. All right, but we give it to running back Connor's little scrawny ass. For what reason, I don't know. Maybe racism. All right, but we hand it off, and he gets stopped like it's going 10 over in Virginia. Turnover on downs. Look, from now on, I might as well be constipated. All right, because I ain't taking this crap no more. Davis, what are you doing, son? All right, if you want to be a luchador, all right, call Rey Mysterio. He could teach you. He could be your coach. All right, because I coach. And this ain't that. All right, then a few plays later, all right, 3rd and 5, all right, and they convert like Brittany Renner. That's the ball game. Well, I see y'all problem is we getting locked up in the offseason, all right, but we're not getting locked in for Alabama. Right? Guys, this ain't Davis's mama. Right? You can't just turn it on whenever you want to. All right, big matchups require consistency of effort and focus.
Oh boy.
That was
just
something
missed-
else, wasn't it, Coach?
That just messed up.
Yeah, Dad, you're right. You a realist when it comes to your team. So yeah, he said, yeah, I can take it. So for sure. But yeah, all those were actually facts that he said. So yeah.
I mean, you got to catch that. You got to catch that wide open bomb in the first half. I mean, early in the second half. Can't drop that. That's points on the board. And then, like I said, I just sometimes you wonder about coaching when you realize what kind of personnel, the certain plays you would call for certain personnel, and I just don't realize if you got a different personnel in there, why don't you call a timeout? It would have been nothing wrong with calling timeout that 4th and 1, where they hurried up and late in the game.
Yeah. Or just kick the field goal and tie the game. Your defense been playing good.
I have no problem for them going for it on 4th and 1. They usually tell you, well, what's the rules? On the road, you go for it. At home, you play for the tie. That's what they kind of tell you. So, but I have no problem in them going for it. If you realize in that game, if you was having a hard time stopping Alabama's offense, then let's just go ahead and see if we can get ahead and put the pressure on them. I had no problem with the thought process. I just had a problem with the play call. I know Dad said the execution, but I still feel it's more the play call than how it was executed.
Well, the play call was beautiful. If he pulls it, it works. Because he got what he needed. He got the end to crash down, and all he had to do was just pull the ball and go.
How many times that quarterback ran that in that game?
Yeah, well, I agree.
You feel I'm just saying throughout the course of the game, you get a feel of what's you're supposed to be able to get a feel of what's going on and what you're supposed to do. You ain't have the court. You wasn't running no RPOs early in that game at all.
But this is the thing though. Now you get into doing something. You running the play as coach called, are you doing something to put your team in a winning spot? Making winning plays means sometimes you got to deviate from and doing something that's going to definitely make your team win. And they teach you as a quarterback, if that end crashes down, that's going to be an indicator that there's nobody on the other side. There's nobody there because he crashed down. Matter of fact, you almost handed the ball to him.
I'm not disagreeing with any of that. I agree with all of that. I guess, and I haven't watched enough Georgia football this year. Des may can answer this question. How many RPOs do they run with that quarterback? I just feel like, you know what I mean? It's you're doing something that you don't normally do, and I get the thought process. What you're saying, HO, as far as
I understand what you're saying. Yeah, so you do what got you to that point, and don't put him in a position that you don't hardly even do. Georgia's known for running the ball, getting yards, and he was getting chunks of yards that whole night. And you just
call timeout. Call timeout. Go heavy package. Put that tailback in there and impose your will.
Yeah, it looked like Zach Robinson called the play.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Shit, looked like Zach Robinson called that play. 3rd and 1. Why are we in the shotgun on 3rd and 1 anyway? Georgia has the biggest and the heaviest offensive line in the country.
Now you coming to my side, H.O. Now you coming to my side, H.O. Keep talking. Now you coming to my side.
I mean, the average weight of Georgia is 335 pounds on the offensive line. And you mean to tell me you cannot go up on the center and just hand the ball to the running back and get 1 yard against? Now this is my thing. When Kirby Smart hold up, he hold up both of his hands. He got 4 rings on one hand and 2 on the other. That means he has 6 rings. 6. How many rings does Kellen DeBoer have? 0. How many opportunities have Kirby got to coach in a Georgia-Alabama game? 0. A whole lot. And you mean to tell me with the biggest line in the SEC, you in the shotgun, handing the ball to a running back that you haven't given the ball to the whole night?
Come to find out on that play and that running back, HO, that's like their 3rd or 4th string running back, or he might even be. I don't want to say 5th string, but like he's deep down the depth chart. He is not one of their regular running backs that they use on often. So you even got a guy in there who's not usually used for that type of that's ready for that type of action. You run that play like Coach said earlier. You run that play against Austin Peay. You don't get cute with Alabamas and the and the Tennessees of the world. You man up.
Yeah, I agree. Well, they say they do run the play. It's in Georgia's offense, but he's not sure if he would have called it on the biggest play of the game. Let me see what else he said. Let's see. Yeah, I agree. The biggest play of the game, and you give it to this kid that you don't hardly give it to. But anyway,
that's coaching, man. That's coaching.
Yeah,
that's coaching.
It is.
However you want to slice it up, man, it's coaching.
I don't understand how a coach with 6 rings, 6 national championships, can wet the bed as bad as he wet the bed against Alabama. 6 of them things.
Mm-hmm.
4 as a defensive coordinator and 2 as a head coach.
Ring. So yeah, I like Dez word. Dez Boboism.
Boba, yeah.
Yeah.
Boboism.
Yeah, the offensive coordinator for Georgia, they not gonna catch a break for sure.
He need to come down. He need to come down to the sidelines, Ho, or is he already on?
I don't know if that would have helped because
They may
but it
throw
seemed
things
like
at
to
him.
me that even when you got the call, Kirby could have said, "Hey, no, time out. What are we doing? Stop the madness. Time out. 33, get in the game. Powell, get in the game. Get a ball to him. Let's line up and let's get all them pregame speeches and halftime speeches that Kirby is known for. You mean to tell me he couldn't have a speech on a 4th and 1 timeout that could have got these guys rallied up at home to get 1 yard?
He ain't have his horses ready.
Yeah, but like I was saying, I mean, I'm saying the quarterback position because I played quarterback. I knew what I would have done. There is no way if I saw that defensive end crash down, 32 never would have got. He wouldn't have got. He couldn't have continued to have the ball in his stomach. I'd have pulled that thing out and I'd have been in the end zone doing the Dougie.
That's why I asked you how. I don't know the answer. That's why I said I haven't watched that much of Georgia football this season.
Yeah.
To kind of know if their quarterback is truly a mobile. Do they use him like that, or is he more of a pocket guy? So that would be my question.
Well, that's the thing. They don't even know because he's thrust into this role because Carson Beck left for Miami.
Because I do know earlier in that game. Yeah, I do know earlier in that game there was a couple of times he could have ran for a first down, and he wound up throwing it. He was throwing it into tight windows. He didn't get picked off, but they were incomplete. See, that's what I'm saying. The mindset of the quarterback. So you call play. I know we want to, players execute.
He broke all of the rushing records in college. I mean, in high school, he broke all the rushing records in high school. So he was a runner in high school.
He might not be a runner now in college, or maybe that's just not maybe that's just
SEC talent done scared him
caught
from
up.
running because maybe that's it. I'm not sure. All right, let's move on. 9 games conference schedule next year. What y'all think about that for the SEC?
As long as they
one less, and you have to play a Power 4 school. You have to also play a Power 4 school as well. So there it is.
Goodbye national championship.
I mean, like I said before, I'd be surprised. It might happen this year, whatever. But teams going undefeated, those days are going to be gone soon. And then I think the other thing is if you do that, you're going to be playing one less quote unquote cupcake. So the smaller schools won't be getting that money that they used to get. I'm fine with it as long as they can kind of keep the rivalries intact. I'm good with it.
You good with it?
Every week should mean something in college football, and I know every week does, but sometimes when you look at the schedule, you're like, all right, for instance, Georgia is playing Austin P. next game. So now every week's going to pretty much be moving forward. Every week's going to be a meaningful game. When you start taking out the cupcakes.
Yeah, goodbye,
Say
Austin
goodbye,
P.
goodbye, national championship.
Yeah, goodbye, Jonesboro Tech. Goodbye, Georgia A&M, and teams like that. You can't play them one less game. Can't fatten up on them like you used to. You got to get some heat up in there.
So Georgia has Auburn, Florida, and South Carolina as their 3 annual games that they will have to play.
So yeah, so you keep the that's good. You
for
keep
the
the
next 3
regional.
years.
Georgia Auburn is the longest matchup in the country, and then
Okay. Yeah, there's something that's still there. Yeah.
and then Georgia South Carolina has always been a good matchup and a good
There-
draw.
yeah.
And then you got the annual Georgia
Yeah, so
Florida
that's why
game.
they can't get the top tier quarterback. Yeah, and that's gonna be played in Atlanta, it looks like next year. Oh, they rotating the Georgia Florida game gonna be rotated, I see.
Mm.
They're playing in Tampa in 27 and in Atlanta in 26. That's not gonna make the world's greatest cocktail party people happy.
Nope.
All right, let's move on to the WNBA. Nafisa Collier got hurt, and her coach ran out on the floor and instantly got ejected and suspended. It seemed like it happened all at one time.
Yep.
But she had all the right in the world to go out and be pissed off to protect her player. And Nafisa Collier went on to a press conference to share her displeasure. So, Coach, I want to first of all, did y'all hear what she had to say?
Yep.
All right, so I want to go. Let me just start off by saying this, and I'll let y'all have it. First of all, I don't care whether there's no right or wrong in it. I think she did right by speaking up and standing on what she believes. She's involved in the WNBA. She's the vice president of the Players Association in the WNBA. And the only problem I have is when one of your stars, you have to protect your stars as well as protect the logo. And Nafisa Collier is one of your stars. So you have to protect the stars that brings the money into the game. And that's the only problem I have with all of this is Nafisa said what she needed to say. She stood on business. It takes courage to go up against a big wig, like that. So I'm proud of what she stood up for because she's not only standing up for the law, she's standing up for the future of the WNBA. If you kind of read between the lines and listen to what she really said. So that's what I'm proud of, that she stood on the love of the game and where the game is headed. But that's all I got for now. Coach, you want to go ahead and start out since she's your favorite player this year?
That's right. She been my favorite player. But the thing about it is, I agree with Stephen A. what he said. The commissioner came back with a statement. That was kind of a weak comeback statement on what all she said. Because she leveled a lot of allegations against you. and you ain't come back and say none of it was wrong. So obviously there is some truth to it. There's some truth to it. And you allowing that, not saying anything to correct that or saying, hey, some of that is not true and all that. You pretty much didn't say anything, but we're trying to make sure that such and such is for our team, I mean players and everything. Whatever. You better try to put some water on this fire, because it's gonna get worse and more players about to come out. And for you to say that, and for you to say things that you didn't deny, like Caitlin Clark should be thankful the WNBA does such and such. Really? And I mean, certain statements like that.
That might be a Buster Award out before the Buster Award starts.
I mean, you saying something like that, that's kind of stupid for you to say that. She should be thankful. You know, all that. Or no, she wouldn't have got where she was if it wasn't for the WNBA. And the players need to be on their knees thanking the WNBA. On their knees thanking them? What? You said it, and like I said, until you deny it, everybody gonna believe it's true that you did say it. So you don't get no out on this one. I feel, and she might retire after all this came out. See, she didn't think anybody was gonna come up to a step to her like that. But Karya is in a position where she can, because Karya is one of your top 3 players in the league. So she gonna step to you like that. Now, if that had been Susie Q that's on the bench and saying that, everybody been like, whatever. But no, this is one of your stars. And the other stars, Asia Wilson and Samoa, come out and say, I'm with LaPisa. She telling the truth. So now you in a whole Miss Commissioner.
Yeah. She in a big fat hole at that. All right, Asa, what you got?
I agree with Coach, man, but the WNBA, and we talk about them a lot, at least on our show. I respect the game, but they fumbled this bag this year with CC and Paige, and then unfortunately Juju's not going to be around. Well, she's not going to be around another year because she's nursing an injury. But I feel from the player standpoint, yeah, but you got to understand, whether you like it or not, you might have a golden goose on your hand. And I'm not saying you're supposed to treat a top player, where you think she's a top player or not, with kitten gloves, but you can't go out there and try to hurt them as well. And I feel like that's kind of how that went down with CC throughout the year. Now you kind of get toward the end of the year and you kind of getting the same treatment from these bad refs and officials about how physical play it is. Now you kind of want to have something to complain about. So I just feel like it's from that aspect, you can't have your cake and eat it too. And then as far as the leadership wise and WNBA, the commission, all them, I don't think they've done a good job in one, making sure that their product is seen on, I say standalone, but scheduling where you can have a lot of your games not be competing with the NFL and things of that nature, and on having more of an alliance or stronger alliance, with where your money's coming from in the NBA. So I mean, it's blame to go across the board for all of them, whether it's leadership or the players. But I'm gonna let them have it. I'm not gonna sit here and tell them what to do, because then you get in trouble. You get in trouble with that too.
Yeah. Well, it seemed like Miss Collier had a whole bunch of folks supporting what she had to say, and it sounded like this had been built up for quite a long time.
Well, I know some of this is probably coming from. I think some of this is probably coming from too. They haven't really had great talks with. Some of this is also stemming from them and negotiating as far as what they wanted when it comes to, revenue share and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, there's a lot of other built up frustration that's going on
with the players. The collective bargaining agreement ends October the 29th, so they got to renegotiate. And this is probably going to go a long way in the renegotiation of what kind of rights they get. And because I think she said something about if it wasn't for her, they wouldn't have got the big deal that they got from the media contract. But I'm like, hold on, folks. The commissioner, they not coming to see you play. They coming to see the girls play. So you didn't have you just happen to be the commissioner, and you just happen to be the commissioner of the product that people are paying to see.
And that's the whole point right there.
A prime case of the value misplacement. I'm bigger. You can't be bigger than me because I'm the commissioner. But commissioner, you don't understand that the product that's on the floor is why the people are selling out arenas and buying jerseys, and that's why the media deal got done, because of the product that's on the actual floor.
She's gonna have to. The commissioner, unfortunately for her, if she want to keep her job, she's gonna have to be begging the ladies to stay and let's work it out, like Barry White at a Kentucky Fried Chicken without his wallet. I'm telling you right now, she gotta do some begging. She gonna beg because they not happy. They're not happy. I mean, she can say what she did commissioner wise.
Yeah.
But it seems like all these commissioners seem to, I guess that's a thankless job. I know it is, but your job is to make sure that your players are happy and are moving in the right direction. Roger Goodell, well, he ain't gonna ever appease anybody, but Roger Goodell makes so much money, he can buy the NFL. Much money as he makes, they paying him so much, so he do what he does. But
Roger Goodell worked for three masters at one time. He worked for the Shield, he worked for the owners, and he claims he, has the players' best interest at heart. And I think that's where the misconstruction, where people get misconstrued with the commissioners, coach, is most times these I look at commissioners the same way I look at HR in business. HR ain't there for you. HR is there for the company. And so commissioners are the same way, in my opinion. They ain't there for the players. They're there for the overall health of the league. Now, part of that is making sure your players and whatnot are happy, but that's only a part of it. Same way as HR. Part of HR's job is make sure you come to a work environment that's that's not that's not dangerous to your well-being. But at the end of the day, they ain't there for you. They there for the company, to make sure the company don't make a mistake that can cost them money.
Yeah. All right. So before we move on to our last thing on the hot news, we do have a question of the day we're going to ask later on, but I want to go and get everybody heads up so you can go ahead and get your mind right. Because baseball season is over, because the Braves did not make it, and because Schnitt has said that he's going to go ahead and move into another role, and the Braves are looking for a new manager. The Braves are looking for a new manager, so we'll see. But the question of the day is, if you had to clone your perfect baseball player using hitting average, power, speed, patience at the plate, and clutch, how would you clone your baseball player? And also, that's as a hitter. We'll also go do cloning your perfect pitcher as well.
Now that's using more than one person or just one person?
No, you using the velocity of a pitcher, the movement of a pitcher. What else? Movement, velocity. and clutch. So we're gonna use clutch as well. Um, Pitching in tough situations like bases loaded, no outs. Um, Second and third, one out, things of that nature. So we just something to think about, but we go get down to that in our roundtable discussion. But right now, our last item on the hot news is the NBA starts next week. The Atlanta Hawks play Houston preseason game. Atlanta Hawks had media day this past week. Porzingis, Jalen Johnson, and Trey were all their front center. Those are the three guys that we are marketing for. So my question to you guys: Are you hyped about the Atlanta Hawks season and what they have to offer, or are you just kind of like, I just still kind of waiting to see until I can see if Porzingis can be healthy and how much Jalen Johnson comes back from his injury? Where you stand on that, Coach? I'm gonna start with you.
Talking me after the government open back up.
All right. Hey, so what you got?
I got a lot of high expectations for the
Do
Hawks this
you?
year.
Okay.
I
A
do.
lot of high
And so,
expectations. Okay.
yeah, I do. So what is this? This is Quinn's what? Fifth year?
Yep.
Fourth or fifth, yeah, something like that.
Fifth year. So look at what he wound up doing with Utah those years, especially his last, 3 or 4 years in Utah where he was a perennial fourth seed, maybe, 4 or 5 seed in the West, which has always been the stronger of the two conferences. So now we got, like I said, we on this fifth year, fifth year, sixth year. You pretty much now got the roster that you've been trying to put together in a weakened East, and so my expectations for them is to be nothing lower than a fifth seed.
So
But I
top four
really
for
got,
sure.
I'm this for me the ceiling is top. The ceiling is 4. The ceiling is 4. The bottom is 5. So you should be a
Okay.
4 or 5 seed. It'd be the first time. It would be the first time since he's been the coach that they have outright, have a playoff spot, not having to deal with the play in and all that kind of stuff. So, uh, yeah, my
If they get
expectations.
if they get a top 4 seed, would the new GM Ansi, will he be the executive of the year?
Oh yeah, if he get a top 4 seed, they probably got a real strong chance for making the conference finals. So a top 4 seed, yeah, yeah, he definitely would. I mean, the moves they made over the offseason, the trades they were able to pull, and they still got draft capital for next year. And so now it seems like, they'll probably wind up re-signing Trey an
Yep.
extension. So that will, whether I like that or not, the one thing that will do for the Hawks is give them some stability for the future. So um I like where they're at. So yeah, I have some high expectations. So, like I said, ceiling is 4 and ceiling is 4 and the floor at worst is 6. But they should be a straight up playoff, just have
No
playoff,
playing game. No
no
playing.
playing game, no playing. If they mess around with playing, then we got to start looking at Quinn.
Coach, you want to jump in now? You still waiting on the government?
Yeah. Now, since they ain't gonna be, they're gonna be a minute. They have to find them a superstar. They don't have none. People said Trey not a superstar. He's a star. He can be, but Trey slips on defense too much. He went to the Lucas School of Defense, so but he can shoot the lights out. They don't have a superstar to take over the team.
Here's my pushback to that, Coach, and I hear where you're coming from. But you remember, man, it's been 10 years ago now when they had, Horford and man, I can't call his name.
Josh Smith.
The team Josh Smith, Joe Johnson, Josh Smith, Horford was the white boy shooting the threes. Kyle Korver. That was a team. They and the coaching staff put together a team, and that team wound up winning 60+ games, having a number 1 seed. Unfortunately, they ran into LeBron and the New York Police Department that year when they broke old boy's leg in New York and whatnot. So they had a team. That's what I'm hoping happens with this year. They get molded into a team. And so if you got a team, then you can get over the hump without having a superstar. And again, it's the perfect timing, right? Because the East is not that strong this year. Where you have the superstar that you're talking about, Coach. Those superstars those stars and superstars are all injured in the East. So Boston don't have their guy, Indiana don't have their guy. So I don't consider Bane in Orlando. I don't consider Bane a superstar. I consider Bane a star, but I consider Orlando is set up like a team. So that would be Atlanta's who Atlanta would have to deal with in the Southeast division would be Orlando. But there's nobody in Orlando who's a star who's going to take over a game. They're going to play solid defense. Bane can shoot the three. But that sounds like Atlanta, right? If Johnson is healthy, Trey shoot the three. We got wings that can play defense. So this is all about coaching and can they gel those guys in together like a team, and how do they manage Porzingis the first half of the season? I don't need Porzingis playing 82 games. I need Porzingis playing like 60 and get him ready for the playoffs.
Asa, I thought it was understood. Now, when I make a cogent point, you just move on with the show.
I need your point to be stronger.
Well,
and all I said was I pushed back on your point. I didn't say you were wrong. Like I said, I agree with you. I can understand that we don't have a superstar. Some folks might disagree with you as far as that with Trey. I'm not in that boat as far as saying Trey's a superstar either. But again, we don't need I'm with you. If the coaching staff does what they need to do with this team, they got all the pieces to really be good in the East. If they happen to make it to NBA Finals, would they beat any of those teams in the West in a 7-game series? Probably not. But Atlanta has never been to an NBA championship, NBA final, and we can only probably count on 2 fingers how many times we've been to Eastern Conference Finals. So, let's try to get there.
Well, if you looking, you said my point wasn't that sharp, but this point is pretty sharp.
Now, I agreed with you. I said my pushback to you, not that I disagree with you. My pushback is what I said before I started on my points. I just said my pushback. I didn't say I disagree with you.
I didn't. But say I know.
But I know I already know you tense today. It ain't my fault the Trojans lost over the weekend, man. They gonna
Oh,
make it up
see,
next
wait a minute. Whoa. What the Trojans got to do with this? We done got past that now. Yeah, boy. Here we go. I ride that train, and I said, not today. But okay, see, I have a sharp point for you right here. You know, this point is pretty sharp. In case you didn't understand, let me stick it down there. Let me do my little point exercise. Point it right down there. Yeah, right there. I wish it could pop up on your screen, but that's okay.
Go
ahead, H.O. You hit me, try to hit me hard then.
My team lost too, coach. So don't feel bad. We're on a 2-game losing streak in the college football world.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No comment.
No comment, huh?
No, sir.
All right, while we on it, let's go ahead and talk about Schnitt. And his press conference today, he had all the players in the front row. And 49 years in the organization, he said he's stepping down to go into an advisory role. So the next manager for the Braves would be blank. All right, Asa, who you got?
Man, I have no idea. Like the way they ended the season, I know it kind of made you mad, H.O., but the way they ended the season, can you think if there's somebody in there already on the coaching staff that might have been able to get into those guys' ears? Was there somebody within the hitting coach that made some adjustments that the team took heed and turned the corner, or was it just guys?
Everything has been kind of like the Bobby Cox type of. Schnitt came from Bobby Cox. Walt Weiss was right next to Schnitt. So does he get the upper hand? Do you finally bring Terry Pendleton back as the head coach, as the manager? I'm sorry. Ron Washington got fired from the Angels today. But
he had a bad.
But he's got health issues, so
Mm-hmm.
you don't want to bring that back into the fray. Mike DeRosa, David Ross, Skip Schumacher, all of those names you go probably hear. And then the wild card is Travis Darno. I think we talked about that on the show as well. So you got a lot of names. Do you go outside the box?
I will say this, H.O. They need to get younger in whatever decision that they make. I feel like maybe, the guys, the previous guys you just mentioned over the years, coming off that Bobby Cox tree or whatever, they all been older. I think maybe the Braves need to kind of go into a younger direction, right?
Yeah.
And if that younger direction, go ahead.
Stephen Vault. Probably haven't even heard of him, right?
Nope.
He's the manager for the Cleveland Guardians right now. Former Brave. He had a little stint here with the Braves. He came off the bench. He was one of those pitch hitters. He's 41 years old, but he's gotten the Cleveland Guardians into the playoffs and playing well. He's the hottest name right now. They can't make a phone call to him right now because
but they ain't gonna be there long.
H.O.,
go ahead, coach.
You missing a name? Walt Weiss.
I said Walt Weiss.
Did you say Weiss? Okay, I didn't hear. I thought you heard
Walt
Schumacher and all them.
I said Walt Weiss was sitting next to Snicker. So do you bring Walt Weiss in as still one of those Bobby Cox, off the tree? Yeah, so Stephen Vault could be the one guy that you're looking for if he's going to go younger. He's just turned 41, or he is 41. and he's been a part of the Braves organization as well at some point. So he has some Braves ties. So
That would be my suggestion.
that
Going
could be a wild
young.
card.
Yeah. And and he's been away from the Braves organization long enough now. He can come back and maybe see some things with some fresh eyes. And so.
Well, let me ask you this, dude. The Braves got more talent than Cleveland Guardians?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So, I mean, it'll be a no-brainer if they offer him the job, right?
Yeah.
Out of all the teams that's lost, out of all the teams that fired their manager, the Twins, the Rangers, the Angels, none of the teams have more talent or have a better setup than the Braves. The Braves right now with the right manager, you can take them straight to the NL pennant. If you get the right talent, pull the right strings, get you a closer and another pitcher, starting pitcher in here, then I think we should be good. But you're gonna need a pitcher, you're gonna need a closer because Iglesias is out of
here. That's where their weakest is right now is the rotation, right? So you can address that. I think the issue with the hitting is just maybe you need a batting coach, someone to come in there and be able to really influence and tweak some things with those guys, because the way they went dry this year is unexcusable. So
here's a name you want a batting coach. I know he's too young. Well, I ain't gonna say young. He's not experienced enough to be a head coach. You want a batting coach? Why not pull Marquise Grissom?
Yeah, that, or I mean, this was a time before this season ended. I thought there were some things where Chipper Jones went in and had some conversation with some guys, and those guys seemed to turn it right around. So I mean, yeah, bringing a former player or whatever, Grissom, Chipper, whoever they got in there now needs to go.
Is Ron Washington a serious candidate for the manager position though?
Hopefully not.
Since he's been fired.
Hopefully not.
No. Triple bypass, that's enough.
Could Eric Young come back and be the manager for the Braves?
Nope, they ain't gonna let him.
Aces, look like you're thinking about that for a minute there, buddy. Look like you having some long thoughts about Eric Young.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. If anything, maybe him, the first base coach. Yeah, I'm about to say yeah. So yeah, him before Ron though. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a lot younger for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So no Travis Dunno, no Mark DeRosa.
No.
No David Ross.
No, I don't. I mean, so who do they have right now? They talking about the 5 front runners, right? You mentioned Walt Weiss. I think you just mentioned David Ross, Skip Shoemaker, and Bob Melvin.
Yeah.
And then Mark DeRosa. No, I mean, like I said, I actually like what you just mentioned with the man, the guy that's in with the yeah. Because believe it or not, too, the Braves have changed.
Should they rush it? Should they take their time?
Take their time. I'm about to say things have changed with the Braves upper management now, because the people who own the Braves now, they all into real estate. They into what's going on around the park, and to be honest with you, the Braves baseball might be second to what they more interested in the real estate stuff. So,
I agree.
take your time, and if you're serious about baseball, take your time and find. And if you gotta wait, I don't think you gotta wait long. I don't think Cleveland gets out of this first wild card against Detroit. So you may only have to wait another week before you can technically be able to reach out to.
They won today.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Cleveland,
the Guardians
yeah.
won today,
61.
so
Yep.
Oh,
Mhm.
not
so
so
they on
fast,
to
that
the
one, man.
so they on to the next round. Yeah. So you gotta wait.
No,
You
they're
gotta
not.
wait
No,
another
they're
week.
not. Nope, they
No,
won
it's 1-1.
Oh, it's 1-1. Okay, I thought it was already 1-1 and then winning. Okay, so yes, you gotta wait a couple of days. I perceive Detroit to win that series, but winner take all game, anything can happen.
You got Detroit winning.
Yeah, I got Detroit winning.
At least that
Even
series,
though
right? Not necessarily the whole thing.
no, not the whole thing, not just the series. But I mean they struggled down the last 25 games of the season to almost not making the playoffs. So it wouldn't surprise me if they get beat by the Guardians.
If I'm not mistaken, Stephen Vaught was on that Atlanta Braves World Series team.
Was he?
The 21.
Yeah, he said with the Braves in 2021.
Oh,
Yeah.
then he was on that. Yep.
Yes, it says he has a ring from winning with the Atlanta Braves. He was acquired by the Braves in July 2021 and played a role in the championship. So Stephen Vaught could be. That's gonna be a sleeper. And if he does get the job, do we SRT get some financial
And you gotta chop this segment up and you gotta put it out
contribution?
there on social media. You gotta chop this segment up and stick it on the gram and stick it on, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
on Twitter. And you gotta drum this one up. This one all on you, HO.
Yeah, okay. That'll work. There. Let me chop this on up. Let me get my my cap cut situation going and see if we can chop this one up and get Stephen Vaught a job and see if we can get SRT to be a part of. Well, let me tell you, do you want the compensation or would you want a SRT suite so we can just go to the game?
There you go, the SRT suite. We just go to the games. You know what I mean?
Coach, what you say?
To the baseball game?
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. I'll go with that. I ain't worried about the constipation. I can go to the game.
Go to the game, go to the suite, and let's see the Braves do it again, huh?
Yeah, that's
Yes,
right.
sir.
We go to the game. We can
Whoever
do the show from
he
the
is,
game.
I was about to say, I don't know if a game on a Wednesday, they can do the show from the suite.
Yeah, we can do the show from the suite.
whoever he is, please do some more old school baseball. Like man on second, no out, run him over, moving in the third, and things like that. Because the Braves, anything they can just hit it out of any situation. Man, you got to use all the old school fundamentals like bunting with men on base and double steal or something like that. Different little things. You gotta play some ball.
I agree. Oh, well, let me ask y'all a question real quick. we'll move to the Falcons real quick before we jump into our ballers and busters. But the Falcons had 1,000-yard rush in Tyler Algier the year before they drafted Bijan. Now there was rumors that they was going to get a Jalen Carter at number 8, and then pick up and jump back in the first round and get Jahmyr Gibbs. Now, Jahmyr Gibbs and Tyler Algier, Bijan and Tyler Algier. Your thoughts on what we have now and what we could have had?
It don't matter who you got if you ain't gonna use them right. I mean, what we got now, what we got now is good. We just don't use them right.
Yeah. You know, what's name? I think they about. I ain't gonna say what Jahmyr get used more because of the offensive setups that they do. But old Bijan ain't no bad running back. He can catch it out the backfield. He can line up in a slot if he need to and go get a ball. Bijan got some good hands. He like Asa said, if you use him right enough and use him right, you have an effective offense. You know, and they're throwing the Kyle Pitts more. I can't believe it, but you know, maybe they find an unlocked Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, we'll see. But as I was looking at Jahmyr Gibbs and how he was running the ball the other day, I was like, you know what? Whew.
Oh yeah, I mean Detroit got
with him.
Yeah, Detroit.
Him and Algier. Now, yeah. I would say this: if used correctly, just like you said, Asa, I think this running back talent we have here in Atlanta could far surpass what they have in Detroit.
Yeah, Atlanta's combo running backs is no joke. I just don't understand the same way I was having questions about what Georgia was doing in the Alabama game is the same way I have questions about what Atlanta's doing in their games.
Yeah, true that. I agree.
I just don't understand what's trying to be accomplished at the end of the day with the running game. I just don't. Are you trying to get teams to load the box and then that way you can do play action? You know, or what are you trying to
when you're in that pistol because you're not selling it enough.
Exactly. That's my question. Like, what usually our offense is trying to get that defense to dictate a certain way to show their hand a certain way, and like you said, it's just not happening in that pistol.
Did y'all hear J.J. Watt call out the play Sunday? If y'all listen to it on TV, it was 3rd and 1, went into the pistol. J.J. Watt said, "Oh, they came out in the pistol. They go run the ball up the middle and get stopped." And guess what happened? They ran the ball up the middle and got stopped.
They gonna stop him from doing that because that's what they made. They made Tony Romo stop doing that. I don't know why. I was like, I loved it when Romo was able to kind of give you an insight of, you know, what's about to happen before it happens or whatever. But shoot, most of us, if we sit down and watch enough of your team, you can get a good understanding of what's about to come down the pipeline. And that's the problem. If we on the sidelines or up in the booth or whatever can sit here and predict what's more likely about to happen, how much more you think that defensive coordinator who's getting paid millions of dollars is thinking?
Yeah, Dez making a good point on this one.
You shouldn't want to be in the market for another one, and you got it right there. That's what's bad.
Exactly. You need to go ahead and lock him up quick. Why is he not in the game on 3rd and 1?
Exactly. And
Oh well.
shifting.
Yeah. Oh well.
Can you
Baller
say
busting and
that?
bust stop.
Yeah. It's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of candidates this week.
Yep. Baller busters and bust stop. Let's get it. I'm gonna go ahead and start this thing off. My baller for this week goes to. I got 2. Nafisa Collier for stepping up, saying what she needed to say, and Brian Snicker for realizing that he has taken his team far enough and it's time to give it up and let somebody else get some new blood to see what they can do with the team. So those are my 2 ballers for the week. Nafisa Collier and Brian Snicker. Appreciate you, Brian Snicker, for bringing us a world championship. In 10 years, he got 1 championship, a World Series. In over 20 years, Bobby only got 1 as well. So what does that say?
All right.
Yeah, I'll
We
leave
like
that
we
alone. But
like
go ahead.
we like being the bridesmaids now.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree, Des. Tyler will probably get an awful lot of money from other teams for sure. But yeah. Be interesting. All right, Coach, what you got? What's your baller?
Oh yeah, I got 2 too. Of course, Nafisa, because that's my girl, and she decided to let everybody know what's really going on with the WNBA upper management, the hierarchy, and also for Kenneth Gainwell for the Steelers, who rushed for almost 100 yards when they needed somebody to take place of Warren, who was hurt. They gave the Gainwell and said, "Here, tote the rock," and he said, "Thank you. I've been looking for carries like this." Now he got a running back controversy because he busted open for 97 yards. And my last baller, I got one more, and I like this one. The big boy from Alabama who caught that pass down to the goal line. And if he
Oh
had
yeah, Mr.
more room
Proctor.
on the side, Proctor would have scored a touchdown. If he had more room on the sideline, he was going to score a
Yeah,
touchdown. He was rumbling
because
and
it
stumbling.
was a couple of plays before that when they ran some. He showed and blocked nobody. He was just in the screen in the way, and they
I'm about
ran
to
a
say
replay
that
back.
they
They
had
ran
him
a
they had him
replay back.
lined up. Yeah.
They ran a replay back when he a couple of plays before when somebody busted out and he was supposed to have been blocking. He was just out there just running up the field. Ain't hit nobody. I say I guess he's a running back in theory because
Yeah.
he got the ball on the outside and took off and looked like he knew what he was trying to do with it because he protected the ball and tried to dive and hit the
Yeah.
cone, tried to get in the end zone. So yeah, that's my guy. That's all right, Ace. So what you got for your ball?
I'm jumping in the car in the van with y'all with Nafisa Collier, obviously with the WNBA. Um and then I'm gonna give a little love. Gotta give a little love to Penix. He had a good game against Washington
Mm-hmm.
and no turnovers. He probably threw one of the sweetest passes I've seen in a long time as far as hitting a guy in stride. That I want to say that second touchdown early in the first half, the Bijan coming out of the backfield, hit him in
Oh,
stride.
he didn't score on that one, but I know what you're
I
talking
mean,
about.
he got Bijan got caught. He got caught. Shouldn't have got caught, but he got caught. But it was first and
Yeah,
goal, and they scored.
The anger got him, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But
he had one bad interception that he threw. So yeah, he did have one turnover.
so but all in all, played well, especially after that debacle in Charlotte. So I'm gonna give him a little credit.
All right, y'all put your ballers in the chat, ballers and busters in the chat for me so I can read them all. All right, it's buster time. Buster time. It's plenty of these. Georgia Bulldogs. Georgia Bulldogs. The decision to go for it on 4th and 1 and to rush to go for it on 4th and 1 as a hurry up with the wrong personnel in the game. And then get a ball to the guy who was giving you 6 yards apart. I don't understand it. So the Georgia, or as Dad say, Mike Bobo, maybe you should get a Buster Award for that play call. Boboism. So Boboism gets a Buster Award. Cuz is in the chat. Cuz say the Buster Award, the Indiana football quarterback against spread.
Against the spread.
Oh yeah.
You lost. All right. So every time somebody say that, I know they lost money. You had that 7. You had that 7 spread.
Boy, he took off and ran straight into the end zone. He could now the time zero at about when he was at the 20-yard line, but I guess he didn't want to take no chance.
He could have just ran out the back of the end zone.
But
He didn't need to fall.
But if you're running toward the end zone, can't you look up at the clock and see the time go off?
I mean, you got to have in your head is 3 seconds, right? And you run backwards about 10 yards. That's 3 seconds. Run backwards and then fall down.
Yeah, I guess he was trying to make sure. But anyway, that's his buster. Coach, what's your buster?
Adonai Mitchell for the Indianapolis coach. Adonai, whatever his name is. How many times do you guys not understand? Don't start celebrating until you see a different color than the field. Until you in the end zone, almost out the back of the end zone, then you can go crazy. What in the world are you flipping and shaking the ball for, and you hadn't made in the end zone, and then you fumble? See, if I'm a coach and you do that in the game, your playing time, I don't care how much we paying you, may be severely limited. Because that cost them the game. In so many words, it cost them the game. They needed that touchdown. They lost by a touchdown. And whoop, there it is right there. But I mean, he's going to stick his arm out, shaking his arm, and lose the ball. That's crazy. Get in the end zone. Or like my coach used to tell me, son, when you score a touchdown, act like you've been there. In so many words, act like you've been there. You don't have to worry about that.
I agree. Ace, it look like you disappeared on. Oh, there you go. What's your buster for us this week?
The Green Bay Packers defense.
Oh, okay.
Giving up 40 points. That's my buster for the week. You got almighty Micah in the building, and y'all somehow give up 40 points and to a depleted, not only you got, Dallas's best defender now on your team. Dallas don't have CeeDee Lamb.
No CD.
Dare say the Indiana quarterback, my buster for sure. But his baller, because I know he got a bag. Yeah, they say he go out and come back in. I think I heard him say that.
Mm-hmm. That's a shame. But hey, that stuff happens, man.
yeah,
Green Bay.
yeah. Did
Yeah,
you see
Dez
that?
got a lot of yards on this game. Lord have mercy, got a lot of yards.
Yeah, I just knew that one gonna happen. I didn't even play Dak as my fantasy quarterback. I had. There you go. You say Dak put up
Oh,
90
no,
plus in this
90.
league.
Wow.
Wow.
Shoot.
What kind of point system they got going on?
You ain't lying. 90. They
They
grade
must
by the
get points for
pound.
just dropping back.
You ain't lying. For every
I
yard, you get
see.
5 points or something. Hmm.
All right, here go the boy stop. But boy stop for the week goes out to who's my boy stop? Oh, the New York Yankees. Bases loaded, no outs.
Oh,
Mr. Chapman comes in and just throws gas. You couldn't get nobody on. Bases loaded, no outs, and you had a chance to go up 1-0, and you at home. Mr. Chapman came in and threw gas, and more gas. And yeah, he was putting it on y'all. So the New York Yankees, y'all get my boy stop. For all the offense that y'all was producing during the season, you get to the playoff and you can't get one. You can't even score with the bases loaded.
yep.
So the Yankees, you get my boy stop. Hey, so what you got? Did he freeze up?
Yep.
Yeah, he froze up. All right, Coach, what you got?
Jerry Jones gonna make it every week. I mean, he constantly talking about Michael Parsons. I'm like, what? Jerry, he gone. You let him go. He gone. Stop talking about what Micah didn't do or what he don't do or whatever. He gone. He not playing with you anymore. You made that call. You should be worrying about your team struggling. Because this year, Stephen A. ain't going to have nothing to talk about at the end of the year because y'all ain't going to go to the playoffs. But Stephen A. had the boy stop. He had the classic line, and he always said, I just keep forgetting it. He said if one of the Cowboys fart, the Cowboy fans said it smelled like perfume. I said, no. Is it that bad? You know, the Cowboys are just one of those teams. Jerry, but like I said, Jerry say though, he gonna make sure his team get notarized and everything. Everybody gonna notice him.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Ace, you back with it. Dad said he put up
Yeah.
98.6 fantasy point. Dak did in his fantasy league.
Oh, listen, dude,
I know he didn't lose.
they were cooking them. Dallas was cooking the and then especially after they got up 13-0, got up on them, and you allowed I just horrible showing by the Green Bay Packers defense. I'm not saying any given Sunday, but you're not supposed to get lit up like that.
Yeah, I agree. All right, what's your boy stop then since we got you back?
Oh, I mean, let's stay with the WNBA.
Yeah,
she
true that.
the commissioner's having a bad week.
Yeah, she get my honorable mention besides the Yankees.
I'm gonna hold my judgment till the Yankees are officially out because the Yankees mess around and can win this series and then can go on a run.
bro. You can't you the bases loaded, no outs, and you have a chance to
Oh,
go up.
yeah. To go up, it
It's 3-3 right now. Bottom of the
Yeah,
but yeah.
Chapman threw some water on that fire.
Yes, he did. Good God Almighty, he was humming that thing.
He was at 102 at one point. Oh, this ain't no boy stop, but this is a story I see. The cornerback Xavier Howard for the Colts has retired.
Oh,
Really?
he had just got let go from Miami, didn't he?
Yep, but
Last year.
he done retired. So he said family first. I guess after that performance against the what's the name, the Rams, yeah, family
Oh
first. That
yeah, I
means you
see it
ain't
now.
got it
It just
anymore.
hit ESPN.
You ain't got it anymore.
Father time come at you fast.
They said he abruptly retired.
Yeah. After
Well,
that
at least
game,
he
yeah, he
well at
what
least he
says
ain't do it. I said at least he ain't do it in the
32
middle of the
years
game.
old.
What was the guy that did it in the middle of the game? He just went to the locker room. He a couple of years ago.
oh
Who was that?
I forgot it, and didn't come back.
Didn't come back yet.
He said, that's it.
Okay, Dad's got his buster.
His boy stopped and goes to Shadua Center. Shadua did the mime on him today. They talked Shadua. He was talking and wasn't saying nothing. Shadua don't need to get in front of a microphone. Dylan Gabriel is a starting quarterback, and you just got to wait your turn. They're going to make you wait your turn. And if you say anything out of ordinary, out of
but
character,
he
it's
said,
going to make you wait long. So
yeah, well, he didn't say nothing. I guess that's the point. But
yeah, don't worry.
Asa, I think Dad said AB is the one who is that the one you were talking about?
Oh yeah. AB ran out the back. It was AB, and then I wanted to say AB ran out the end zone, took his jersey off. But then somebody else for Indianapolis Colts, he also
I think that was
ran out
somebody for Buffalo one. It just
for
said he
Buffalo.
just I'm done.
Yeah.
I
I'm
quit at
done. Yeah.
halftime.
At halftime. Yeah. He didn't come back out. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was a defensive back for Buffalo.
Defensive back for Buffalo. Yeah. I forgot about AB though. AB did in the middle of the game run out the he almost ran during the middle of a play. Took his jersey off and everything. So
I'm looking that up now and see which DB it was. Vontae Davis.
Okay.
Vontae Davis. Vontae Davis. Not Vontae. Well, it is Vontae. Vontae Davis quit and retired from the NFL at halftime against the
at
Los Angeles
halftime.
Chargers. Yeah, on September the 16th, 2018. He had only joined the Bills earlier that season and realized during the game that he shouldn't have been out there anymore, deciding to retire to protect his well-being and family rather than continue to play a sport that he no longer loves.
Lord. Yeah.
It come at you fast. It come at you.
Davis.
And football is a game where your mind ain't in it. You gonna get hurt. Prayers up to Tyreek Hill. Even when your mind is in it, you can still get seriously injured. So imagine if your mind
We
not
know
in it.
we know why he's still playing though.
Shoot, you got a doggone starting lineup.
Got them babies.
Yeah. For sure. So yeah. Yeah, but
That's
prayers out
something
to
I do.
Tyreek Hill. Prayer for prayers that your career can continue.
Yeah, that's the
Because
scary
if you look
part.
at what happened, it was a
Mm,
bad looking injury.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And
your
he on the
foot go the
wrong.
other way.
Yeah, and he on the wrong
Yeah.
side of 30 for football. You know what I mean? And so the recovery
Now,
time.
now, serious prayers go up to Kelsey Mitchell for the Indiana Fever. When your legs just
Oh
start
yeah.
locking up on you like that, that's
Oh yeah,
scary.
yeah.
She all right today, but she said she moving slow, which is scary to see her, like I said, just lock up like that and can't even walk. I said that gotta get them fluids in you.
Yeah, coach, I agree. First show. All right, let's get to our roundtable discussion, man. Let's see what we're talking about in this football world. Let's see. All right, give me your top 5 college football teams that you say will make the playoffs right now. Top 5 teams that you would think made the playoffs right now to date.
Okay. Ohio State, Oregon, Oregon, Oregon. Um, Georgia's probably still gonna squeeze in there. Um, who else? Ohio State, Oregon, Georgia. I would say Texas, but I'm
That-
not giving Texas anything right now. I'm on the fence about them. I gotta see more from them. Uh, and somebody else.
Oklahoma
Miami. Nope, Oklahoma. They lost their
out
quarterback, so I don't trust them
Iowa
right
State.
now. Nope.
Oh, they lost their quarterback
And
too.
no Penn State. Uh, no. Uh, let's see. I said.
You remember it's 12 teams,
I said
coach. It's 12 teams. So
Yeah,
you ain't even gotta go.
I don't need but 5. Just you said
Yeah.
Georgia, Ohio State, Oregon. That's 3.
uh,
I'm gonna go with the same
see, but
3,
the
and I'm gonna
one
add Memphis. I'm gonna add Memphis to that too. They're gonna be a group of 4.
Memphis. I know they're undefeated, but I don't know if they can hold up. They got a pretty good run and shoot team now.
I'm gonna give you my 5, but my 5 right now is going to be like the people you don't who out people more than likely wouldn't expect to make it in, right? Like we can understand the Miamis and the Oregons of the world and Ohio States that they gonna probably be in there, but I'm gonna give you 5 that I feel like gonna shake up a few things. So Georgia Tech is one.
Okay.
I got a funny feeling Notre Dame might run this table. So Notre Dame 2, 3,
Closer.
3 Indiana. I think Indiana. I mean, granted they rank number 8 now, but I think Indiana's going to be true to form for the rest of the year. Texas A&M going to be that sleeper out of the SEC. That's 4, and then my number 5. Um, I like what Illinois did on that coming back after getting throttled by Indiana and coming back and having the fortitude to play USC tough and wind up winning. I got it.
In the
So
whole world.
so I'm gonna go with 5 with Illinois. Probably Again, coach, there's 12 teams. You taking the question as if we only gonna get down to 4. I'm saying these are, in my opinion, 5 teams who could actually, and out of them 5, I almost feel like 3 of them for sure gonna be in the playoffs. So those are my sleepers right now, my 5 that I can see getting in there.
Yeah. I like how you snuck that last little subtle jab in, talking about Illinois played good after getting throttled, and guess who they played? I don't like you right now, Ace. See, I said that.
But I know for sure 3 out of them 5 I mentioned is probably going to definitely be in there. So, I almost want to maybe.
What about Bama?
I need 2 more. I need 2 more weeks with Bama. The same way I wanted to jump on Georgia Tech's bandwagon, but I feel like I need 2 more weeks with them too. Like if they at 7-0, because they almost lost this week. They should have lost to Wake Forest this week. And so I don't know how many of those kind of games the football god's gonna bless them to keep winning. So I need to see them at 7-0, 8-0 before I believe that they can, have a legit chance of making the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Bama got some get back this week. They playing Vanderbilt.
And get back or get beat back.
And I might have said Vanderbilt, but I gotta see 2 weeks for them too. And we gotta see after this week if they beat Alabama and go 6-0, okay, let's see how they can run the rest of the table. But
Vanderbilt undefeated. Sure.
Yep.
Vanderbilt telling everybody we at academic school, but we ain't finishing in last anymore. Y'all don't forget that. That's for somebody else.
I think, hey, coach. I think when the SEC was at the peak of their powers, coach, people forgot Vanderbilt was going 8-4. You know what I mean?
They were building that thing like
yeah.
Give us a few years, we coming. I forgot about Tennessee. I think Tennessee gonna be there. I don't think Tennessee and even Ole Miss might get in there. Sorry, Ole Miss. I like their quarterback. I like the quarterback.
Yeah, he the other guy ain't gonna get his job back, right?
No, sir, it's over. That job is gone.
Yeah. All right, so let's get to our question of the day. Clone your perfect baseball players. We're doing hitters and we're doing pitchers. So with the hitters, clone them with your hitting average, power, your patience at the plate, which is your eye, your speed, and your clutchiness. And I'm gonna throw defense in there as well. So you want to go first, coach? Or who want to go first?
I got my.
I'm gonna give you the category. Go ahead.
Ace will say you ready.
Yeah, I got my 3 I wanted to put. So I got the hitter. For the hitter, give me a mixture of Andrew Jones, Ricky Henderson, and Tony Gwynn. So I get some power with Andrew, but I also get defense. I get the speed with Ricky, and I get the patience with Tony at the plate.
Tony with the eye. Tony with the eye and the hitting.
Ricky with the speed.
Hitting for average with the eye and the hitting. Ricky with the speed. Andrew with the defense and the power.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's see what Dez got. Tony with the eye for starters. Barry with the power. Griffin with the back speed. Bo with the speed. What about clutch? We gotta add clutch in there. So give me one more for the clutch.
I gotta go Bonds
Somebody
then.
that you know. All right.
Even though
So
Bonds may
Bonds
not
with the
hit it,
clutch.
even if Bonds may not hit, he gonna get walked.
Yeah, I agree. All right, Coach, what you got? You got hitting for average, power, speed, clutch, defense.
Okay, give me Tony Gwynn's hitting. Give me Ken Griffith's power. Give me Ricky Henderson's speed. Give me Ozzie Smith defense. And clutch, give me Rod Carew.
Go ahead now, Coach. Look at you. Look at you. Go ahead now.
I'm in the lab, baby. That's in the put that guy together in the lab. You ain't got to worry. He
All
gonna do
right, so
something.
I'm gonna add one more to it. Swing. Perfect swing.
Oh
That'd be
man,
Ken
Griffin.
Without a doubt. I give Bonds the power and give Griffin the swing.
All right, so mine go be Tony Gwynn with the hitting. Power would be I'm going Bonds with the power. I'm going Vince Coleman with the speed.
Oh, not Vinsanity, Vince Coleman.
Vince Coleman with the speed. Frank Thomas with the eye.
Mm.
And my clutch would be Albert Pujols.
Okay.
Albert Winnie the Pujols.
And my back swing would be Darryl Strawberry.
Straw.
And my defense would be Andrew Jones.
All right, he gonna run it down now. He gonna run it down like
yeah, for sure. All right, let's get to the picture. Let's get to the pictures. Velocity,
all right.
movement, strikeouts, and clutch.
I'm gonna get my three.
High pressure situation.
I got the three that come to
four.
mind for me. So 4. I gotta find one more, but actually I get it with that. Give me Maddox.
Right. For the movement, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. Let me start over. Let me start over. Velocity, location, then movement.
Okay, cool.
Strikeouts.
Okay.
And then high pressure situation. I'm surprised that nobody say Derek Jeter for clutch as well with the hitter.
You know what? Derek Jeter got most of his clutchness playing defense.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not saying he wasn't a good hitter, but you know, when you think about Derek Jeter, you think about all the infield playing that he was doing. Pitcher, I'm gonna go Maddox for Maddox. Then I'm gonna go Gibson for power. I'm gonna go Riviera, the closer for the Yankees. And then for the strikeouts, what's my man that threw all the no hitters?
Nolan Ryan.
Nolan Ryan.
All right, not bad. Coach, what you got, Coach?
Give me speed, big unit. Movement, Greg Maddox. What's the other two?
Location, strikeouts, and pressure situation.
Strikeouts, Nolan Ryan. Pressure situation, Bob Gibson.
Oh, and to be clear, HO, my pressure is Riviera, the Yankees relief, because every Every time he came in there, it was a pennant or the World
Rivera.
Series on the line.
Let's see. Dad say velocity, big unit, movement, Maddox, location, Clemens, or Ryan, and Ryan for K's, I see. All right, you left out pressure situations though. All right, so I'm going velocity. I'm going J.R. Richards.
Oh God.
Movement. I'm going Rivera. Location. I'm going Maddox. Strikeouts. I'm going J.R. Richards. Clutch situation. I'm going Aroldis Chapman.
Chapman's still playing right now, ain't he?
Yeah, he did that thing to the Yankees the other night. Yes, sir.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was getting it up over 102 when he was in Chicago in the World Series.
He was
Yes, he
getting over
was.
102 last night.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to end our round table discussion because I see my people jumping in. They getting ready for this fun bag. I see they jumping in and coming in. All right, so I think Dez got something else. Yep, Chapman. That's a good pull for sure. Yeah, pressure situation. Aroldis Chapman. Yeah, that's a good one. All right, so Coach, go ahead and tell everybody what time it is.
If you could fine tune your sensory apparatus right now and get your gigabox open up, it's time for laughs. It's time for joy. If you had a rough day at work and you got fired, don't worry. We're going to make you laugh. It's time for the SRT Fun Bag.
You already know. Here we go. SRT Fun Bag is in the building. What age did you stop getting whoopings and start getting grounded?
Never. I ain't ever got grounded. It was always me on the ground. Taking them whippings.
So you got them whoopings, huh?
Yes, sir. And it wasn't no grounded, please. They were like, yeah,
Okay.
we're gonna beat it out of you.
Hey, so what you got?
I think my last whipping, I might have been 12. Then after that, got grounded a couple more times. But I think it was the last time I
All right.
technically
This
got
letter said
grounded.
14 for her. You still getting whoopings at 14? Jeez.
Ooh, golly.
Yeah.
You wasn't a bad girl,
Yeah,
though. I wouldn't think you'd be a bad girl.
She wearing them uniforms to school, so she probably tried to sneak and wear probably wear something else outside the uniform. That's probably what happened. She tried to wear some penny loafers. Instead of them, well, yeah. All right, so the next question. Which is harder? Let me see, what she say? I wasn't, but more grounded later. All right, which is harder to do? A man trying to impress a woman or a woman trying to impress a man? And give me some context.
A man trying to impress a woman. You go out and try to do all them things to impress a woman and let them know how you feel. Sometimes they believe it, sometimes they don't.
If it's the one you want, HO and coach, if it's the one you want, then it's hard to impress. If you don't really care about it, it don't you don't sweat it. So if it's the one that you want, oh, it's gonna be hard sledding, especially if she you know, I won't say play hard to get, but it's not anything easy.
Okay, let's see. Dad said a man trying to press a woman without the bag these days. Yeah. Carletta, a woman trying to press a man because she's doing too much and out of place. That's a good point.
She sound like the kids. You be doing too much.
Yeah, that's I say the male impressing the woman because the male is the one has all the unexpected expectations placed on him by society, unfortunately.
Mm. Mm.
All right, so Coach, I don't have a spelling word for you, but I have another subject for you tonight. Make sure you stay off Google
right.
for this one. Name a state capital that starts with an A, but it cannot be Atlanta.
Oh, I got it.
Ooh.
I got two.
Let's see who gonna get it first.
Asa.
Okay. Annapolis, Anchorage,
That's the one I was gonna say. Annapolis. I
Annapolis is
forgot
it.
about
and
Anchorage.
then
Anchorage is not.
oh no, Anchorage is not the no. My bad.
It's
That is not the
Junio.
cap.
It's
Junio
Junio.
is the capital of
Juneau.
Alaska. Yeah, my bad. My
Juneau.
bad. You're right.
Yeah.
Austin, Texas.
There you go. Oh, so now you're getting hot now.
Oh, listen.
Go ahead.
Geography is my thing. Geography, and I feel like I'm leaving. I feel like I'm leaving another.
So let me do it like this. Let me do it like this then. It's 6 state capitals in the United
Yeah,
States. It starts with an A.
6.
There you go, Dad. It's 6. It starts with an A, including Atlanta. So Atlanta, I
yeah.
gave you one.
Atlanta, Austin, Annapolis. That's 3.
Dad just put one in the chat.
Yeah, Albany, New York. That's 4.
Yep, it's 2 more. I
Um,
don't think
um,
you'll get. I don't think you'll get one of them.
Now,
I'm running.
let's see. We said Albany, Annapolis, Atlanta, Austin.
Austin. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. I can't think of no others.
I'm running through.
Going through
I'm
the states.
now. Yeah, no, I'm going through the states too.
Don't let me down, fellas.
We need 2 more, Coach. I'm going through them. I'm going through it in my head too.
I can't think of it because I'm thinking all the M's and B's and C's and it got to be up north. Shoot.
Man,
I'm
no,
lost.
it's not California. No, it's not Washington. And no, it's not Idaho. Oh goodness.
I think that's it.
He said 6.
He said
Name
6.
the state. Name the states that I can call a city. Probably name the
That's it.
name.
That's it, Carletta.
Augusta? What's Augusta the
It's
capital
in
of?
Maine.
Maine. That's 5. We got one more.
Why is somebody texting me during the show?
What's the I can't think of the last time. I mean, she gave Augusta. That's Maine. I understand that. First, I need the state. I could probably tell you the name, but I can't think of the. So yeah, Albany, New York, Atlanta, Georgia, Austin, Texas, Augusta,
Abu
Maine,
Dhabi.
um, Minnesota, St. Paul, Charleston's West Virginia, and we got Annapolis, Maryland. So that's 5. And what's the 6th one? Raleigh is North Carolina, Columbia is South Carolina.
He said, "Thank you, Google." What is it, Dad? Oh,
Just name the state. I probably
it's. I think. What's the last one, Ho?
Nah, I think that was it. Just those 5.
just the 5 because you said 6. I'm running through my. So it's
Yeah,
just 5.
I'm thinking about a thing. Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, that was it. All right, let me get back to my questions. What do you dislike the most? A snitch, a liar, a thief, or a fake person?
A
I can't
fake
stand the
person.
thief.
I don't like a fake person. Don't grin in my face, then they you know you talking behind my back or doing something behind my back.
What'd you say, Coach? You said a fake person?
Yep.
Carletta say a liar. Asa said a liar.
No, I said a thief.
Oh, a thief. I'm sorry, a thief.
He said Steve.
A thief. You, you over there teething.
Yeah.
There's only 5. There's not a 6th one. But
They're still trying.
Austin,
They're
Atlanta,
still
Augusta, and Napa. Yeah, he's still looking. If you lie, you'll steal. All right. A fake person does it all, right? A fake person will lie, steal, and all of it.
No, the Yankees won. Whoa.
They all
Tied
rank the
1-1
same.
now.
They do one. Yeah, you're right. All right, here's a good music question. Let's see who go get this one. What is LL's Cool J's full government name?
Ladies
No
love
Google.
Cool James. Ladies love Cool James.
Hey, what is that joker's name? It is Jane.
Come on with it. Somebody talk to me. Y'all got all this music knowledge. Come on.
His
At
real,
least know the full government name.
he been going by LL so long. That is his full government name.
Yeah.
Cause I want to say they even.
There you go, Dad.
I want to say even when they put it.
James Todd Smith.
Todd Smith. Yep. But I almost want to say even when they put his when you see his credentials on TV shows, it's LL Cool J. They don't even use James Todd Smith. They just put LL Cool J.
Yeah. But if he goes to court, trust me, they saying James.
Oh yeah,
Todd Smith.
This is James Smith. Yeah.
Mr. Smith, what are you doing? All right, here's the music. Not the music. That was the music question. Here's the money question. Coach.
Oh, good night.
Just follow Ace's lead. Just follow Ace's lead. Would you rather have $100K a year and a 600 credit score, or $75K a year and a 750 credit score?
Whoa, say that again.
You said 705K a year?
100K a year with a 600 credit score, or 75K a year with 750 credit score.
Oh, okay.
750. $775 a year. Cause that
75
credit
a year
score
was
750. Yeah, because they're gonna drop, and you ain't gonna be paying as much.
Okay.
But your limit gonna be less though, coach.
See, that's why I shouldn't say stuff, because they used to know that stuff. I don't know math. I told y'all math
No,
is
it
like
ain't
foreign
about.
I
language.
No,
did.
it's not.
I told you,
It's not even.
to follow Ace's lead.
It's not even about the math, coach. It's just about how the system's set up. So even though yes, 75K a year, and you got a higher credit score, you don't have the income to have a high credit limit. You know what I mean? So you rather have the more money coming in, and your credit score is as
I don't
long as
know.
you ain't in the
The
long as
chat,
you ain't in the
Carletta said the second one, the credit will get me what I want.
it just
They
depends on what
say
you're trying to do.
the credit score can leverage the credit that can make up for the difference.
But 600's credit score 750 really, and now at the end of the day, beyond with you is not too much of a difference. Now if you in the fives with a credit score, yeah, you know what I mean. But I don't. You could have an 800 credit score. I ain't giving you no. I'm not gonna give you a large credit limit if you only making 75 a year. You ain't gonna be able to pay it back.
Depending on your lifestyle.
I mean, I'm just
I
saying
can
it's
see
in
that.
general. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I understand. Coach, what you going with Ace on that? We going with the first one, or you gonna stick with the second?
Anything y'all say about math, I'm gonna go with Ace.
I just feel like cash is still king.
All right.
You know what I mean? So cash is still king in my book. So if you got
Cash,
enough,
yeah. Give you the most money, huh?
uh-huh.
All right.
Johnny Cash.
Keep one, bench one, cut one.
Uh-oh.
Would you rather have honesty, loyalty, or being authentic?
Ooh.
Damn. Honesty,
I'm gonna
loyalty, or authentic.
keeping
Yeah.
honesty,
Keep one, bench one, and cut one.
Okay.
benching loyalty, and getting rid of authentic because I'm crazy.
I'm keeping authentic. Actually, no. I'm keeping loyalty. Dang, that's a hard one. Hold on. Dang, that's a hard one.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Okay, no, I'm gonna keep authentic because to me, authentic kind of embodies a little bit of loyalty and honesty, right?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna bench loyalty, and I'm gonna cut honesty. Again, like I
Okay.
said, I feel like I'm getting
I
with authentic.
think Carletta was with you on the same thing because she said the same thing. Authenticity, keep benching loyalty, and she go cut honesty because the authenticity you can get that
Gonna
in.
give you a
You can
little,
get honesty into
and
that as well.
yeah. All right, Carletta, me and you on the same page.
There you go. All right, the next question. Okay, Dad said the same thing. Keeping authentic because it comes with some sort of honesty, benching. Okay, I can see that. Amen, she said.
Diz, you ain't loyal, huh? Can't take you to the
Nah, Dad one of the most loyal guys you know. Trust me.
He just said he gonna cut loyalty, so how you loyal?
Yeah. Yeah, but these are the choices, but trust me, he loyal. All right, so the next question is, do you iron your church clothes when you go to church?
Yeah. Yep.
Are
Oh
you
yeah.
snag? Are you snaggy? Are you are you dressed to the T when you go to church? Everything pressed, creased, buttoned down to the T, and all
Coach,
this other kind of stuff. Dress.
coach,
Mm.
coach, coach, coach,
Uh,
coach gonna have a joke on me when I say this. So, hey, any woman that get with me, I don't iron. I don't own an iron. So my clothes go to the cleaners. So my shirts and stuff. So yeah, every time I put a shirt on, it's gonna be pressed. And if I'm going to the house of the Lord, I'm going in my best.
okay, go ahead now, Coach. What you got to say? Carletta say nope. The dryer does it for her. I hope she owns the iron though. But I guess
I
if
don't
she
have
had
my
to wear the
pants.
uniform,
My church is pretty casual. It's not button down shirt and ties. Covers you out, but not coming sloppy. But you're gonna look decent. But it's pretty casual. You got polo shirts and things like that, and khakis, things like that. So not putting on a suit every day.
okay, dope. I can dig that. Tracy says, "Bring your best to the Lord."
Let us say I do own
Oh,
an iron.
Well, that's good.
my
That's
bad.
good, Carletta. You can iron my shirt. It's gonna save me some money.
There it is. All right, so this last question is going to be quite tough. So y'all bear with me. If you can live to 100 years old, it's still in your right mind, but you have to give up one of your senses, your taste and your smell, the feel, your sight, or your hearing. Which one would you give up to be in your right mind to live to 100 years old?
You said taste, smell, sight, or hearing.
Taste, smell, sight, hearing, and feel.
Which one I want to
Feel,
give up? Which one
Which
I
would you
want to give
give up?
up
Which
to
one
make it to
would you
100?
give up
feel,
to make it to 100 in your right mind?
feeling.
Smell. At 100 years old, I remember what everything kind of smelled like, so I can reach back on those memories.
That's what we're gonna do.
But I want to be able to taste. I want to be able to
Cause let's say that
see
was
with glasses or whatever, and I want to be
well,
able to still feel.
smell and
It.
taste. I mean, yeah,
No, they don't
smell
go
and
hand.
taste
They
is the
don't.
same thing.
Nah, they not. No, they don't. Smell and taste is two different things.
Yeah, they do. No,
It's
no,
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 it's
they
two
the
different
same.
things.
Trust me,
You can smell boo boo. You
trust
would
me.
ever want to taste it?
No, 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 no. But you're not gonna try to taste that.
So again,
But if you can't smell something, you're not gonna be able to taste it.
if I'm able to see what it is, yeah, I can remember. I can bring up the
Oh well,
conjuring.
yeah. I mean, in that sense, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I say so. I'll
That's
give
what I
up
try to tell
smell.
Dan. Look, Dan said smell and taste are tied together. They the same.
They
I'm
ain't the
telling you.
same. They ain't the
I promise
same.
you. Asa, I
They're
promise
not.
you.
They're not the same.
Ask somebody who had COVID. And ask them when they lost their taste, could they smell anything? And they gonna say, nope, I can't smell nothing. I went through it myself, personally, when I went through my situation.
Give me taste.
Couldn't.
I can. Plus, I don't. Plus, at 100 years old, I don't want to smell myself.
Coach, what you going with? What you giving up? Feel, you said?
Yep.
I think that's more dangerous.
I
You
got.
don't know if something hot or cold or whatever.
But I got common sense to see it and know it is.
So see, Coach, you sound like me then. You sound like you sound like me or how I feel about smell and taste.
Dead scratching his head. Dead like,
He got his hand up. Carletta said she can still smell, but I promise you, if you Google it, smell and taste is they're in the same senses. I wouldn't lie to you. I promise you.
I'm not saying you're lying to me. I'm just saying, listen, do you smell candy or do you taste candy?
Well,
Like,
if I'm able to do it,
do you smell?
I can do both.
Do you smell sweets or do you taste sweets? You feel what I'm saying? So I'd rather taste than smell. I get where you're coming from. I just feel like it's two different things.
All right, well, Dan said he's just gonna listen on this. But yeah, they tied together.
Well, let me ask you one more question, Ho. Then, so when you throw clothes in the dryer and you put those sheets in that supposed to have a smell, do you care about the smell if it feels warm? You feel what I'm saying? Like if the sheets come out and they nice and warm, are you more concerned that they smell like game, or are you more concerned about the sheets being warm?
Well, they gonna have to be warm because it's in the dryer. So
I feel like for me, I would rather have the feeling of the warmth than caring about the smell from game. You know what I mean? So
yeah. I feel you. But you can't lose your taste without losing your smell, or you can't lose your smell without losing your taste. So once you lose one, you're gonna lose both.
You're gonna lose. Okay. All right.
That's why I said them together. But the feel, once you lose that feel, you can't feel nobody bumping into you or you bumping into the wall and it don't hurt because of that. Then yeah, that's the feel. Now everybody want to be able to see and hear. You can hear what's coming because your hearing and your eyesight, they kind of work together as well. If you start to lose your vision, your hearing picks up.
Mm-hmm.
And when you start to lose your hearing, your eyesight gets better.
That's a good one.
Yeah. All right, with that being said, you already know what time it is. When you hear the music, it's time to get out of here. That means we done had another great show. Shout out to my usual suspects, Coach and Asa. Shout out to everybody tuned in. Shout out to all the tenants and the listeners and everybody who listened in. And we so appreciate it. We got to say a prayer for our government situation. We hope and pray that that gets better because we have no time to be trying to adjust and pivot on different things and things of that nature. So let's pray that the government stops quickly, don't go on for a long time, and let's pray that we get back into the swing of things so everybody can get to traveling and going about their business. Also, let's pray that the Falcons can continue to be consistent because I think that's one of the biggest issues is being consistent at this point. That's all I got. All right, Coach, what you got?
Shout out to Ho, shout out to Asa, shout out to D. Will Hancock, Smitty Smith, Bob, everybody with the SRT One family. Shout out to everybody who listened today. Thank you all for joining us as always. Shout out to Red and Red for the Red and Red Sports Show. Seeing Saturdays from 10:30 until there are no more topics to talk about. Shout out to, let's see. That's it. Oh, shout out to Nafisa. Hey.
There you go. Shout out to Nafisa Cardi. All right, Asa, what you got?
All right.
One time, the HO and Coach always have a good time. The SRT family always have a good time with everybody participating and checking in and chiming in. One time to my other half in DNA Sports Talk, Don. Check us out on Mondays, 7 to 9. Just go to DNA Sports Talk on all social media and you'll be able to find a link to the show. And I'm with you, man, with the Atlanta Falcons. Some consistency. And with NBA around the corner, let's see if the Hawks can get it done this year. That's what I got.
All right, you say 4 is the ceiling and the floor is 6.
Yeah, 4 seed is the ceiling. Playoff at 6 is the floor.
I can go with that. That's a good one. Who's going to be a bigger star, Bijan or Michael Penix in the next 2 years for the Falcons?
Man, I think they tied together. So the edge, well, to me, if you say Bijan, that means Penix ain't gonna pan out. So
well,
I want
not like
I
that.
want
What I'm saying is, could Bijan could be considered the best running back in the league? Could Michael Penix ever become or be considered the best quarterback in the league?
Oh, okay, okay. Nah, yeah. Bijan can become that Marshall Faulk type for a couple of years, running
right
and
now,
catching it.
Saquon is not having the Saquon type year. So right
They
now,
loading
if you look at it,
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I see where you're coming from now. So with that being said, then yeah, I can see Bijan having more notoriety for a longer period than Penix.
if he stays healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Coach,
You
what'd
put it
say?
like that, yeah.
Yeah, I say Bijan. More opportunity.
More opportunity. Good deal. All right, man. With that being said, we had a great show. And thanks to Coach. Thank you, Asa. Shout out to Hancock. Shout out to D-Will. Shout out to Smitty. Shout out to E-Dub. Shout out to Deshaun Tate. Everybody associated. All of the content creators for SRT. We sure appreciate it. Appreciate everybody tuning in, man. And welcome to October. October the 1st is today. Let's go ahead and get it in and go ahead and get your Christmas shopping on in now as well. With that being said, it's your main man H.O. from Bankhead. R.I.P. Moms and Pops and R.I.P. BC. For Asa, H.O., Hancock, Coach, and everybody associated with SRT. This is SRT, and welcome to Breast Cancer Awareness Month. This is SRT. We out. Peace.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.